Here we have a pre-owned 1989 Toyota MR2. This one's a T-top model. It's blue on blue cloth. And the powertrain consists of a 1.6 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine made it to a 4-speed automatic transmission. Sorry about the wind noise. But as you come around to the front end here, halogen headlamps. I love the classic look here though. This car is almost 35 years old and it's actually held up pretty nicely. Just a bit of fading on the front bumper here. And as you come around the wheels, 14s. And then here's the door panel here, door lock controls, windows. And I don't know what it is with this, but something's up there and it doesn't want to necessarily go all the way down. Or I say once it goes down, it doesn't want to come all the way back up, but no big deal. Kind of expected. Power mirror controls are there, headlamp controls are here, so you can see, cut those off, and those will fold back in. But there's the release for the front trunk. We do have a tilt steering wheel. And then this is how we get to the trunk in the back. Gas cap release. Seat controls, that's for the seat back, seat bottom. A lot of stuff going on there. And then back here is how you get to the engine bay, so you pull that. So we'll check that out in a minute. But there's just a look at the driver's seat. Still just a cool looking car, I think. Gas cap there. And there's that 1.6 liter 4-cylinder. A pretty interesting setup. And then to the back here, there's that back trunk space. Sorry for the glare. But there's the back end there, exhaust down there. And I love how it has that kind of go-kart feel to it. It smells like a go-kart, it really does. But these are just fun little cars to have. And there's our front passenger seat. Controls are there. And we have a lockable glove compartment. This one still has the owner's manuals and such. Coming around back to the front end. Let's pull that up, release. And there's a spare right there, jack. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. And there's a look at the T-tops from up here. I'm not gonna take those off because it's hard to kind of show that with just one hand. There's a horn there. And the steering wheel actually seems to be in pretty good shape. You're seeing just a bit of cracking here. I don't know if it's been repaired or if that's just how it's held up, but pretty impressive anyway. Hazards are there, and it's just a switch, which is pretty neat. And then our intermittent wipers right there. Oof, wipers aren't on it. And then we have our electronic control transmission here. So we can set that to normal or power by clicking. So I'm gonna leave it in power because that's how it was. Some things never change. This is the same old clock I've seen in some 2000 model Toyotas here, where you can just change the hours, minutes, set that. Pretty simple. Air vent here. We can control the AC right here. And I'm sorry about the glare. It's just kind of, with the T-tops and everything, there's a lot of light that comes in here, which I like. It's just kind of hard to film. We can adjust the temperature there, pick what direction everything's coming from, AC toggle, and then the actual fan speed. We can just pull that there. I'm gonna move the shifter out of the way. We do have a tape or a cassette player here. You can adjust volume, click turn the audio off, and then you have your presets here. You have AM, FM tape you can adjust, and then, or go between, excuse me, and then your bass, balance, and all that can be adjusted here. Now here we have our cigarette lighter, 12 volt there. So that seemed to be working. And then for the actual transmission itself, just hold this, reverse, neutral, drive, so on and so forth. And then I believe this is the overdrive on the side here. Parking brake. Again, there are the T-tops. That's from the inside. A little storage compartment here. And there used to be a light there for the back. And then actually take the T-tops, you have to use this, pull, and then pretty easy to do. The rear defroster's over here. Blinkers are here. And then we actually have cruise control on this model, which is pretty neat. So we can just adjust that. I think you power, and then you just set it once you hit the speed you want. And then you actually have your light dimmers here for the gauge cluster. And then our key right there in the ignition.